Hey, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Julia. I'm the owner of Handmade Jules on Instagram. Go check me out if you haven't already. I make these little tiny crochet animals. That's my little side hustle. And then I'm an x-ray tech. That's my full-time job. And I like to make these little videos to show you what I'm making. So these are mainly knitting, I would say. I dabble into a little bit of crochet for myself, and sometimes there's like cross stitch or other crafty things that I like to do. I'm very crafty in many ways, so it's a lot of yarn and a lot of knitting. So if you like that, you can keep on watching. I have not a lot to show you today, which is kind of sad, but you can probably see the chaos behind me. Brock and I, my husband, we are moving in, what day is it? Thursday. 9 days. So my house is in shambles right now. We live in my in-laws' basement and it's been amazing. We've been here for just over a year and a half. We lived here right when we got married, and then we've been here ever since. And now we finally bought our first home, so we're jumping into the housing world. I feel like I'm really adulting now with the house and everything. So that's like very exciting to be in a house with windows. I know that I have like one here and one directly in front of me, but I've felt the seasonal depression, just the lack of sunlight, and it's hard to get up in the mornings, and it's more than just the windows that the house is going to be good for, but I am really excited to be above ground living. So that's going to be awesome. And I will have my own craft room. So I'm hoping to make a little video of me like setting up my craft room, unboxing my yarn, something like that. We'll see what happens, but I am super excited about that. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the news side, I guess. It's the biggest thing. We're getting a dog. I don't know if I said that. Brock and I are getting a little puppy. He's a little Bernedoodle. So he's a Bernese Mountain Dog Poodle mix. And we're getting him in like 2-ish weeks. So after we get our house, we're going to pick up him. Try and get ourselves settled in the house before we grab him and get him settled in our house as well. So it's gonna be busy the next month or so, but I'm super excited about all the things, and I can't wait to show you our new house and the new puppy. So those are super fun things. I'm gonna jump right into whips. I have a big fat 0 FOs this month. I've been knitting a lot, but I just like I'm at that stage in all my projects where it's just like they're still halfway through, or I'm almost done a pair of socks. So those are, yeah, things that will be done next month that you'll see as an FO, but they are still whips right now. And I did have a huge Easter bunny drop in my Handmade Jules. Like, so I was crocheting my brain off for the past like couple weeks as well. So that's probably why I didn't get as much done on my knitting as I usually would, but nonetheless, I will show you the progress that I've made on some of the things. So living in this Fleece and Harmony bag, I have this is probably like my main-ish whip right now, I would say. This is the sweater number 9 from my favorite things, Knitwear. And I'm making some decent-ish progress, I would say. So I'm into the body of the sweater now. Sorry, you probably can't hear me because I'm covering my mouth. Yeah, I'm into the body of my sweater. I split the sleeves already. You can see that beautiful raglan detail there. So gorgeous. And this beautiful mock neck. I'm obsessed with this mock neck. I tried it on and it's a little, right, like really high up. So I might wear it like folded down. I don't know. Or fold it in and then like sew it down. So you get like that look. I'm not sure yet what's gonna happen with the neck. It might be fine after I block it. I'm not sure. I just need to feel her out once I get it done. But it's hard when you start top down. You can't really like decide where you want to stop because, yeah, you just don't know until you get working into the body. So that's okay. It's all good. We'll see how she goes. But I'm thinking I'm gonna knit the body a little bit more and not completely finish the body because I get stuck on Sleeve Island so much and it is so frustrating. So I think that I'm gonna, once I finish this ball that I'm on, I'm gonna do one of the sleeves, maybe the other one too, and then go back to the body and just knit until I have no yarn left. Because this sweater is supposed to be very oversized and like long. Like I plan to wear it with leggings ish. We'll see what the look is, but I want it to be longer, like go past my bum. So yeah, I just want to use as much yarn as I can for that body. So I think that's a good plan. Yeah. So the needles I'm using, these are just Knitter's Pride. These are 7mm needles from my local yarn store. Those are from Rose's Fine Yarns. Those pretty little stitch stoppers. I think they're from Fox and Pine on Etsy. Really, really fun. They're still snowflakes because we're supposed to get like 10 centimeters of snow tomorrow. And it's March 21st today. So that's fun. And then these cords are just from my Blush Luca interchangeable set. So the Knitter's Pride and the Lucas and the Knit Picks, I can use the cords and the needle tips together, and I haven't had any problems with them like unraveling or anything. So they seem to work fine together. And the yarn I'm using for this is Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino. And this is the colorway Cream. It's very basic color. And then I'm holding it with Knit Picks Aloft in the color White. So these two together. And it's super nice and cozy. I'm loving like how squishy and heavy it is. It's gonna be a nice wintry sweater. I know that I'm like working my way into spring, so I want to get this done. I'm ready to have it done, but I'm not very close yet, so I need to keep going. But I'm excited and happy with my progress. So that is that. I need to keep checking the time because I have to make dinner and Brock has a side job tonight, so I might have to stop and then start again later. The lighting may not be as ideal, but what can we do? Now I'm gonna show you I only have two other real whips right now. This is the Sophie scarf by PetiteKnit. I think I've showed this on here before. I'm using scrap yarn for this. So this is a really pretty, tiny garter stitch little mini scarf. It's supposed to go around, that's not a good example. It's supposed to like wrap around your neck and tie kind of like in a cute little bow. You can use it as like a hair. That's also not a good example. Like a hair piece. I don't know. We'll see what we end up doing with it. I may give it away, but I'm using up yarn, so it's fun. I think I started the decreases. I haven't worked on this in a really long time, but I think I'm over halfway done. And I'm using, this is Knitting for Olive Merino, the fingering weight, I guess it's a fingering or a DK weight yarn, held with the Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair. And this is the colorway Rose Clay, I believe. It's more pinkish brown in person. It looks very brown here. It's like a mauve color. Very pretty. So working my way through that. And one more whip. So this one I worked on a whole bunch today. I got my hair done today, so I had tons of time in the chair to knit my heart till my heart was content. Is that the phrase? I don't really know. But this is the I don't know which sock. This is the second or the first. So here's one of the socks. This is my Valentine's Day. I know that it is March, you guys. I'm the slowest knitter in the world. And I did want to have these done for Valentine's Day, but it was fun to work on them in February and not stressed about having them done. I will wear them next year. That is what I'm holding on to. So I just finished the gusset decreases. You can see those there in that pinkish color. And now I'm working through the foot. So I love how fun and like sort of put together they look. I gathered every single pink scrap or mini skein that I had and put them into this sock, rearranged them. So I'm super excited. And also I knit the legs 2 at a time. So I have them almost done because I've done both the heels. I'm now done both the gusset decreases. This one, I'm doing magic loop and I'm almost onto the toe. I have like 2 more inches, I think, and then I'll do the toe. Yeah, you can see that there, my pretty little heel. So I just did a classic heel flap and gusset. This is a 2x1 rib, 20 rounds, I believe I did. And then just straight stock net for the rest. I'm not a huge fan of how this red skein pooled on the back. On the bottom of the foot it looks okay, but this is the top and it looks a little weird, but I guess it adds to the scrappiness of it. I'm not sure. And it will be like sideways like this, like on my foot, so it won't be as noticeable, but I don't know, guys. Anyways, I'm really excited about having these almost done, and it's so satisfying to have like 2 will be done at the same time. I'm the Sleeve Island second sock syndrome girl through and through, so anything to get me out of that is amazing. I like to work my way around that, but it's funny because I have to do 1 magic loop and 1 with DPNs because I don't have 2 2.5 millimeter chow goos, and I don't think I have enough DPNs right now to do both of them like that. So whatever, it works, it's fine. And I'm having a lot of fun with these. So if you want to know all of these colorways and where they're from, I think I broke it down in the last video in the February podcast. So if you would like to hear all of the colorway names and each individual yarn dyer that's represented in these socks, you can go back and look at that. I will probably break them down again once I finish these and they are an FO next month. So stay tuned for that if you don't want to go back and watch the other one. So that is, guys, that's it for whips, really. I only had that many knitting whips right now. It's been busy. So I do have like a lot of yarn to share with you. I bought more yarn. Yeah, I'm sad, but I'm happy at the same time. If you watched the stash tour that I did like a couple weeks ago, at the end I was like, I have too much yarn and I can't buy any more yarn until I use more of the yarn that I have. And don't you know, next podcast I get a yarn shipment in the mail, and then I go to my local yarn store and buy more yarn, and I have a problem. So that's all. I need to go make supper. I'm going to come back. I'm sorry if the lighting is not as good when I come back, but stay tuned for the yarn. Okay, I'm back. So I forget where I was. I was talking about yarn. Finish my whips. You think I would have collected myself before I started and hit record, but it's okay. I didn't. But here we are. Okay, so I'm first going to talk about one of the crochet whips that I've been working on. So I got this, we'll back up a little bit. I bought this book. This is the Mama Made Minis Knotted Loveys new crochet pattern book. How adorable are these animals? I love them so much. So I followed these girls for a long time, and they sell the individual patterns of their animals, but then they put a whole bunch of them into a book, and they have like, you can customize them, change the colors to make them like a little different. They are the cutest ever, and I want to make them all. These are look at the farm. I'm dead. They're so cute. And where's the bunny? Oh, the woodland ones. So they're all like separated into these little themes. I love the bunny. So I bought a whole bunch. They use that chenille, it's that Bernat Blanket yarn. I don't know if you've been to Michael's and you've seen that really thick yarn. That is the yarn that they use for the samples. So I started the sheep, and it doesn't have any eyes or anything yet, but I made like a tan, I guess it's a lamb, that's what you want to call it. So it's not like the one in the book, like the darker, like a dark head with the white, because I didn't have any. So I used the tan that I had. I think it looks like a lamb. It looks weird right now because it only has one arm and no eyes. And I haven't sewed in this nose and like sewn on the nose and everything. So, but you get the idea of it and how squishy and cuddly. I love this so much. I think these are going to be really popular. I don't know if I'm going to sell them yet. I'm making this one for my niece, and I think I'm going to make another one for my other niece for Easter, just because it's something different, and I think they're super cute. So I'm waiting for the safety eyes to come in. That's why I haven't been able to finish the head, but yeah, it's going to look super cute when I put the eyes on and sew on the nose and everything. So, but like the knotted legs just get me. They're so cute. So basically everything is stuffed, or everything is floppy except for the head. The head is the only part that is stuffed. I haven't completely stuffed it yet either. So there's many things about this that aren't finished, but this is actually the Walmart version of the Bernat Blanket. So Walmart sells this chenille yarn. I forgot what it's called. Home something. If you go there, it looks literally exactly like the Bernat, like that really fluffy yarn. And it's like $2 cheaper than the Bernat. So I buy it if they have the right colors. Can use them interchangeably, and it doesn't really matter. No one's gonna tell, oh, one of them's Bernat and one of them's from Walmart. No one's gonna tell. So I bought the white and this color I had before. It's like a nice tan color. It's just more accurate back here. And then I bought this really pretty mustard color. This is the Bernat. This is what the label looks like. It's a super bulky number 6 weight yarn, and it calls for an 8mm hook, and I am using an 8mm hook. So yeah, and I'm getting like a good, it's not too tight. The gauge is good. So obviously you're not going to gauge swatch for an animal because it doesn't really matter what size it ends up being, but yeah, this color is really pretty. This is called Gold, and I'm gonna make a chick, the chick that's in the book. So cute. So I'll do that, and then someone asked me to make it's like a unicorn seahorse thing with this yarn. It's not from the book, but so I bought this color to make her that seahorse thingy. This is the color light teal. It's really pretty, like that. And then I also bought this pink color. This is called Blush Pink. It's also the Bernat Blanket. And this is just for the bunny nose and like any other, like I could make a pink unicorn. I'll find a purpose for this, the rest of this yarn. And I have another box of this yarn that's all packed up. I'm ready to go to the new house. So the world is my oyster with this book. And the yarn that I have. So I'm really excited about that. I think I might post them on my Instagram and just see if there's any interest in me making more to sell. I'm not sure, but I'm having fun with making them for my nieces for now. So the hook I'm using is from Knitbrooks. I don't know if any of you have heard of her. She and her husband live in Nova Scotia, and they make these handmade wooden crochet hooks. And this is like one of her original ones that I got when she first started making them. And now she's like huge and makes a zillion and has like custom hooks and all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, go check her out, Knitbrooks on Instagram, I believe. I think she still has Instagram. Yeah, anyways, so that's some yarn that I bought. That's not really like special yarn at all, but we're getting to the fun stuff now. So in the mail, oh, sorry with the crinkling. I ordered from Sewrella yarn. You know that I love Sewrella yarn. If you watched my stash video last week, I had a lot of Sewrella and a lot of Woolberry. Those are like two that I've been really into in the past and still am. But she had a Taylor Swift collection a while ago, and then she did her like greatest hits from last year. So it was basically like all the yarn collections that she made through the year and like the best-selling yarn colorways from each of those collections she brought back for pre-order one last time. And you know, when anything is limited edition, I need it because I don't know when it's gonna, like, it might never be. I might have like a one-of-a-kind piece of yarn, you know, like that I'm never gonna be able to buy again. So it's hard for me to resist when it's Taylor Swift and it's limited edition and it's yarn that I'm gonna make into something beautiful. So I ordered 3 skeins. I'm just opening the bag here. Actually, I'll show you the bag first. 3 skeins, this beautiful black yarn. I'm gonna take it out because it'll make it a little more accurate to the color that it is, maybe. So this is the colorway Reputation. This is from Taylor Swift, the Taylor Swift collection. It's honestly, it looks black. It looks like a charcoal from here. This red is just the connector piece to the, yeah, anyways, that'll be pulled out. It's like it's a black with a green undertone. But it looks like a matte black. And that's how I would explain it to someone. Like, it looks like a flat black color. I think it's so beautiful. And definitely right now, like, it's evening right now. So the light coming in, you're getting sort of natural light, sort of just the light from my basement here. So it's really not accurate. If I had it in like straight natural light, it would probably look a little more green. You'd see that undertone a little bit brighter. But I think this color is beautiful. There you go. You can kind of see the green a little bit there, maybe. Maybe I'll turn it sideways and try and fill my whole screen with it. You can see. So, you know, Taylor Swift's Reputation album is like, had snakes, and it was like very dark and moody, just like this yarn is. And I just love it. And I think that I can make something beautiful out of this. So I am planning to make the October sweater by PetiteKnit. It is, I don't really know the construction of the sweater, to be very honest with you. I know it's oversized and it has a 2x2 ribbed collar and bottom hem and like the bottoms of the cuffs and everything. And I love 2x2 rib because it's easier for me and I just like the look of it a little better than a 1x1. So, and it's held with mohair. So I'm going to buy a mohair from either Knit Picks or one of my local yarn shops to go with this yarn, to be held with it. So obviously when I get that mohair, it's gonna be like a straight black probably. So it'll kind of drown out this color a little bit and it'll be black. It's gonna be a black sweater. But I'm super excited for this. I feel like I should make it in October because it's an October sweater and like Reputation vibes, you know, spooky, moody, dark. Yeah, I think it's gonna look pretty good on me. Just black, you know, goes with everyone's body, I would say. So I'm super excited about this. Yeah. So this is on the classic sock base. This is her 100% superwash merino wool. It's a 2-ply. You can see that nice twist in there. Love me a 2-ply yarn. And so I have 3 100-gram skeins, and each skein is 400 yards. So I have 1,200 yards for that sweater. So hopefully that's enough. I did the math, and sometimes my math doesn't math, so it might be wrong, but I'm really hoping that it's enough. So that was like very exciting to get in the mail, and I'm gonna keep it in this pretty little bag because I want to keep them together and just keep them clean and everything. So we will leave that there. All right. Last thing I want to share with you is some yarn that I bought from my local yarn store. One of them. If you've ever been to Ontario, I live kind of near Niagara Falls. So if you know where Niagara Falls is, I'm like 20 minutes away from there. I'm in the Niagara region, and there's 2 yarn stores in the Niagara region, and one of them's 40 minutes away from me, the other one's 3 minutes away from me. So it's not a whole lot of selection. Obviously, like I can get what I need at Michael's. Most times I like to get my needles. If I need like another set of needle tips, I'll go to the one that's close to my house because they have the Knitter's Pride there. But the one that's 40 minutes away has like the Chow Goose and like the good Sandus yarn. And what else does she sell? I think she sells Knitting for Olive. She has like nice yarn. And the one that's close to me is also good. They have nice yarn, but it's not as like trendy. I don't know if that's the right word. As high end maybe. But I went into the one that's close to me, and I needed to get some needles for my mom for her birthday. And of course, the guy was like, go look around. Go look at the new yarns. I'm like, I should just buy these needles and get out because it's dangerous. So of course I went wandering, and I found some really pretty yarn. Yeah. I found this Berroco yarn. So this is Berroco Vintage DK. And the color is, the color number is 2123. Oh, I think I wrote down the name of it. It's Blush. If you go online, the color is called Blush. Color number 2123. How beautiful and pink is this yarn? I love this yarn because it's so bright and vibrant. It's so like saturated, but it's not a dark pink. It's a nice, I don't even know how to explain this color. It's not a Barbie pink. It's not a blush pink. It's not ballerina pink. It's not hot pink. I don't know, guys. It's beautiful. And there were 2 colors I was deciding between, and the guy was like, go stand way over there and look at them now. Which one do you like more? So I was like standing on the opposite side of the store, and I picked this one. I'm like, I think it's gonna go with my outfit. I don't know. My hair maybe is my coat is black, and I want to make a hat out of this. So it's a nice like pop of color with like a very neutral coat that I wear literally all the time. And that was my reasoning for picking this color. So I love it. I'm really excited to make a hat out of this. So my plan is to make the weekend hat by PetiteKnit. I said PetiteKnit a lot today, I think. I think either the weekend hat or the Musselburgh I could do, or the Tory Knits one. Manhattan hat, I think. I want it to be like a ribbed hat, and I want it to have a little bit of a puff at the top. Like I don't like a really tight fitted hat, because I don't know, it just doesn't look right on my head. So I like the little floof. And I know the weekend hat has that, and I think the Manhattan's is like really, really tall. And I like the ribbed look, and I think it would look good, really good with this yarn. So I bought 2 because I was scared and I didn't want to just have one because I didn't want to run out. So now I have 2, and I could make, if I have extra, I'll make like fingerless gloves or some kind of mitten to go with the hat, and I think that will be really cute. What do you guys think of this color and me? I think I like it. Like over my head. Yeah, I think it's good. I always like hold things up to make sure it's gonna look good with my skin tone. I don't know. It does make me look a little more red. I think it'll be good. I'm like second guessing myself, but I really like the color. Yeah, and this, I don't know if you've heard of Berroco before. It's a very well known yarn brand, yarn line, I guess. And so the Vintage DK is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. So it's got a little bit of everything. The nylon's gonna help it be a little more durable. It's machine washable, but it's still got 40% wool in it, so it's gonna be warm. And those are kind of the qualities that I liked. It's very soft. I've never worked with the Vintage DK before. I think I've worked with the, what's the other one I have? Oh, the cotton, which I haven't made anything yet with, but I do have a worsted weight cotton yarn from this Berroco, and it's a very different feel. But this is not like scratchy at all, so I'm really excited. This will definitely be next year, probably the winter, maybe the fall. I've got big dreams, you guys, for knitting. And I need to make Brock's Musselburgh hat before I even begin to work on mine, because he's been asking for a hat for 2 years, since before we got married. So I just need to crank that out before I cast on my own. I have problems. It's just, everything's just too exciting. That's all. But guys, that's it for all the new yarn I got. I wanted to share that all with you before I throw it in a box and don't see it for like a month or 2. No, it probably won't be that long. I'll get everything set up in the new house. Relatively quickly, I hope. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, you can hit the like button or subscribe for upcoming videos. I try and do a monthly podcast. So each month I'll just post a video just like this, just based on new yarn I got, all my whip updates, and any FOs that I have. And then I have some little extra videos here and there if I have things to share. So yeah, keep watching if you like me. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and happy knitting. Bye.